Welcome to yesterday's NBA news from the 8th of August, 8/8/24. Salute to Kobe. Yeah, it had to be done, unfortunately. But we had actual news about the NBA when it comes to the Christmas Day games, which I did not expect to see come in, and we'll talk about those. And we obviously had the men's Olympic semifinals, which were absolutely incredible, and we'll get to talk about those in a minute. But first, let's get into the NBA news, aka Christmas Day games that were announced. So we have 5 games as always, and we have the Knicks against the Spurs, which I'll go game by game, and I'll talk about each game, how I feel. But we have to remember, this is all about the ratings, right? It's not about like the best teams. It's not all about not about. For example, OKC is not here, right? Orlando is not here. Cleveland is not here. So we know it's not about. It's not about the best teams. It's all about the ratings. And, I mean, maybe the Spurs will be a better team, right? But they're there for Wemby, as obvious as it is. The Knicks obviously are the biggest market, or one of the biggest markets, so they have to be there. So that's an obvious game at the end of the day. And it makes sense that it's the first game of the day, right? To get, or I don't know if it's official, right? If it's just written like, if Shams just announced it and did not put it in order because if they don't know yet, I don't know, but it makes sense as a game here with Wemby in there. Obviously, he is one of the most popular players in the game, and they need to grow the young players, so it makes sense that he's there. Even though, of course, for example, Paolo and Shea and Franz Wagner in Orlando and all these guys need to be grown too, but Wemby is the draw at the end of the day, and that's what it matters. And I think the Spurs will be better this year at the end of the day, so it's not like a travesty, right? And they'll be playing at home, which makes this game probably, I would say, a dogfight at the end of the day, unless the Knicks have their whole roster injured. Then we have the Mavericks against the Timberwolves, which makes sense as in the conference final rematch. Obviously, Luka and them put it to the T-Wolves. They'll be better. This should be a fun matchup in the regular season. Luka against Ant, it makes perfect sense here. Then we have Celtics against the Sixers, the NBA champs against the team that quote-unquote improved the most to beat them this season. Also makes perfect sense. And they always, are in a bit of a rivalry in a way, even though the Celtics obviously keep kicking their asses, so it's not like a rivalry, but you know what I'm saying. Then Warriors-Lakers, which, I mean, LeBron versus Steph just had to be done, has to be there, unless Steph is on the Lakers, which would break my heart, but it is what it is. And then Suns versus Nuggets, which is KD against Jokic. And, I mean, KD book against Jokic and the Nuggets, who were the champs, and could have easily been in the finals this season if not for some other circumstances. So the missing teams we have here is obviously OKC, Orlando, I would say Indiana could have been easily here because, I mean, they play a really fun pace of basketball if you enjoy quick-paced basketball. So, I mean, I do enjoy how they play, so I guess that's an acquired taste at the end of the day. Orlando, obviously, offensively doesn't do, enough for you, but, I mean, they improved. They added a KCP. I think they will be better even more, right? Franz Wagner, hopefully, is gonna be able to take better or be more efficient from the 3-point line, let me put it that way. And you expect Paolo to make some type of a leap, maybe into the superstardom. And OKC, right, Shea should get better still. Jalen Williams should get better. Chet should get better. They will be fucking incredible. And I mean, they added some pieces. I think OKC, honestly, as of right now, I'm feeling OKC as my pick to win the title next year. But obviously, I'm getting way ahead of myself, so we'll see how that works. Other teams that are missing here, what am I forgetting? I guess the Cavaliers with Donovan Mitchell, they were pretty solid and they put up a good fight against the Celtics, so they would make sense to be here, obviously. And what else is there? I don't think anybody else is missing, but I think it makes perfect sense what they did. Obviously, I would like to see, honestly, like more high-level basketball games in a way. I think that would be better if there were OKC and Orlando somewhere, but all these games make perfect sense in terms of rating, in terms of storylines, in terms of, I think they will also be good games. So that is that about the Christmas Day games. two-way option. Oscar Chieve, he have averaged 16 and 16 in the G League, and the Pacers are not offering a two-way deal to him, which makes sense because they have a lot of bigs, and they are agreeing to a two-way with Enrique Freeman, which was the number 50 pick. So if anybody wants to take a flyer on a two-way on Chiebe, hey, he seems like a solid option. And now, finally, into the Olympic semis. What a game. What a game. What a game. Oh, both games were incredible, right? Both games had incredible passion, incredible atmosphere. France beat Germany 73-69 at home, and obviously is the first team to make it to the gold medal game as the host nation, which is incredible. They obviously have a tough task ahead, but they've been playing the best ball they have since benching Rudy Gobert, right, and playing Wemby as the 5. Yabusele, Cordinier, and Lesort have had incredible performances. They have just been sensational on both ends, rebounding-wise. Offensively, they've been bullying in the paint, and they've been all just incredible. I mean, Yabusele and Lesort bullying in the paint. Cordinier has been doing it pretty much all around the court, right? His three-point shooting has been great. The mid-range game has been there, so there's that. And Wemby obviously has had his moments defensively. There were no easy baskets at the rim or in the paint for Germany, which of course made perfect sense. I guess that's where, that's the biggest difference, right? If Rudy Gobert was there, while he is a great rim protector, I think with Wemby, being somewhere stretched out there, it would be a little easier for the Germans, and it was a little easier for the Germans in the first game these teams played. So that's clearly just great. While Franz Wagner, he hit the shot that gave Germany hope. Then he had a rebound and he just slipped and couldn't get the ball. And game was over. But he had a really disappointing performance. Just was non-existent after the first quarter, pretty much until he hit the shot down the stretch in the fourth quarter to make it a 2-point game. So salute to Germany still, but they won't be sleeping well after this one, or they were not sleeping well after this one. That's for sure. And France is obviously, hey, I thought they should have been out in the group stages. I did count them out, and they are in the final. So salute to the changes they've made. Salute to, like I said, Yabusele, Cordinier, and Lesort have been just absolutely incredible. And for example, Frank Ntilikina even had his moments, right? Wemby has stepped up defensively even more, and Rudy Gobert has accepted his role of being a grade A loser. Anyway, USA beat Serbia 95-91. Serbians had what was it, like a 15-point lead, something like that, something along the lines. And I did think the referees did help the US team a little bit here. I did think that. A lot of controversy about the travels and about traveling rules in the NBA and here and how that works. So, hey, take that as you will. I do agree that it's just kind of weird at times, but it is what it is. To be fair, for example, Jokic also does, take advantage of it with the pivot foot stuff. To me, it feels like. But it's really insane, right? The Serbians were shooting lights out from the 3-point line, but they went cold in the fourth quarter. They did not make a 3-pointer in the fourth quarter, 0 for 9, so they were 15 of 30 before that. And that was the biggest reason they lost, right? They were 15 of 30 heading into the third, where they had a 15-point lead. They were not turning the ball over, which is huge. They did not foul much. They won the free throw line battle. And they also were on par rebounding-wise. While Americans were right there with the 3-point shooting, because Steph Curry obviously had his best performance here with 9 3-pointers, 9 of 14 from the 3-point line, and he single-handedly kept the Team USA in this game in the first half, or first two and a half, right, quarters. And Joel Embiid also stepped up, had his best game of the tournament here. While Jokic couldn't hit a 3-pointer, he was still incredible, but wasn't all-time incredible in terms of, scoring, which they needed, while obviously it's not easy. They did throw a lot at him, right? And then the moments, right? LeBron layup to tie the game, Steph 3-pointer to take the lead, KD ISO at the end of the game, where he just hits that insane mid-range. There's nothing you can do about that. It was great defense. It was just one of the best players of all time, making one of the best plays in, I don't know why it feels a little crazy to call it one of the best plays in the Olympic history, but like in terms of like the moment and the shot, right, one of the toughest shot to hit in that moment at the end of the day. And everyone, the bench has been incredible for the Team USA, and they weren't this time. They were really bad. Anthony Edwards was fucking awful. Jrue Holiday was getting cooked defensively. Anthony Davis had no impact. So Joel Embiid stepped up. Steph Curry stepped up. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, talent won. I did think Serbians just messed up some chances. Micic took a horrible three-pointer down the stretch. They had a wide open, I don't know who it was it Petrushev? I'm pretty sure it was Petrushev that had a wide open three-pointer to make it a 5-point game with 3 minutes left. He couldn't cash it in, right? That there were too many chances that the Serbians just didn't take, and then they had to settle for bad, tough shots, and Team USA just had all the momentum, and it did not matter at the end of the day. But, yeah, I'm sad because I think it would have been an incredible storyline. Steve Kerr's coaching, they won despite him because what the hell was Derek White even doing out there? Tatum was the perfect matchup here with size, rebounding, right? I don't know why he did not get any playing time here against Serbia, but I guess Steve Kerr just wanted to make it tough on them. Yeah, this was his Madame Web moment, right? He knew they needed to be challenged before the final, so he purposefully played horrible rotations and horrible lineups, so they would have to come back, they would have to win this close, and they will destroy France. That's it, I figured you out, Steve. Such a smart fella, Steve Kerr there is, right? Anyway, as always, thank you all for listening, thank you all for being here. Be kind to yourselves and to others, and be gentle with yourselves. Just be love. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Wait, fuck, I forgot. No, I can't catch you all tomorrow yet. We have also the women's Olympic semis, and we can't not talk about those. It's the USA team versus Australia, and it's France versus Belgium. I'm pretty sure USA against Australia is the first game, France versus Belgium is the second game. Obviously, you don't expect Team USA to be challenged that much here. But France against Belgium is an incredible matchup, right? Belgium, horrible start, like I said. But they have a chance to go to the final. And they've played Team USA tough over the last couple of years. While France, I don't think they have the talent offensively to beat Belgium, who are rolling now. So I think USA-Belgium is the matchup. Sorry that I've just not given enough attention to Women's Olympics basketball tournament, but it's just been a lot on me, so that I have no excuses. I am interested, but I also have other things going on in life, so that's just how it worked out at the end of the day. But these semis I will obviously be talking about in more quote-unquote depth or whatever, because I'll be watching both these games tonight, because I mean it's the semis, it's medals time. Anyway, thank you all for listening once again. Be kind to yourself and to others. Love yourselves. Bye.